Good morning, children. How are you? I hope all of you fine at home. See, in the last classes, we have discussed the solar system, the blue planet, and the healthy human being lifestyle. So, this day, I would like to give the more information about our country. Okay? What is the name of our country? India. India is our country. So, India is belongs to Asia continent. India is one of the Asian country. See, India is the best example of unity in diversity. Okay. Today our topic is India unity in diversity. Okay, India unity in diversity. Here, so in India, the different culture people, so many people speak different languages. They follow different customs, different religions people are there. You know, different traditions they followed by different traditions are followed. See, so despite all these things, India remains united and they are living together with harmony and peace. Okay. So whatever it may be, so many religions are there, so many different castes are there, languages are there, but still we are unity. Still we are one. So that's why India is so great. All remaining the foreign countries are, they are this country only examples for the unity and diversity. Remaining all foreign countries are, appreciate that our country in this unity and diversity point of view. Okay, so in India, people, nearly 135 billion people are there. They are. You will be amazed to know there are over 100 of languages, spoken languages in India. Mainly, our Indian government recognized 22 official languages. Okay, how many official languages? 22 official languages. Here, Hindi and English are extend to large extent to communicate with each other all over the country. So Hindi and English majorly in Hindi and English. What is our Rashtra Bhasha? Hindi. Okay, national language Hindi. So these Hindi and English. Hindi and English. Okay, these two languages communicate with people, large extent to communicate with each other all over our country. Okay, these are the two important major languages in our country. 16 here, actually 22 languages are there. In that, okay, we will show you an example. If you have 100 rupees note, take one 100 rupees note, I will explain you. This 100 rupees note, reverse side, one denomination panel is there, see. So here, 15 languages are there. In this panel, 15 languages are there. I will tell you each and every language. See, first language is Assam. Assamese language, Assam people spoken Assamese language. Okay, these are the regional language in Assam state. Okay, next one here, Bengali. That means Bengal, West Bengal people spoken, mostly spoken Bengali language. Here third one, Gujarati. We already know. In Gujarat state, most of the people spoken Gujarati only. And here, Kannada. When you compare Kannada and Telugu, very similarities are there. Some similarities are there. So here Kannada, in Karnataka state, most of the people spoken Kannada. And here Kashmiri means the Jammu and Kashmir. They are most of the people using Kashmiri language. And here Konkani. See Konkani language. So down Konkani language. Konkani means in that Maharashtra, Kerala, like that states they are using. And here Malayalam, Kerala people. And here Malayalam after, what is this language? Marathi. See, here in this Konkani and Marathi, some similarities are there. Here Sambar, here Sambar. So ba is different here. And next language is Nepali. Nepali means near Sikkim. So in that states, most of the people using Nepali language also. And here Nepali of the Odia. We know the Odisha. The state Odisha, most of the people use spoken Odia language. Here Punjabi. Punjabi we already know. And down Sanskrit. Sanskrit also most of the people, still most of the people using Sanskrit. And down Tamil. Our neighbor state Tamil Nadu, most of the people in Tamil Nadu spoken Tamil. Here down Telugu. Yeah, the states, two states, what are they? Telangana and AP. These two states are using Telugu. And down Urdu. Okay. Most of the people use Urdu also, spoken Urdu also. That's why in this panel total 15 languages are there. Okay. Excluded here Hindi also there, English also there. Okay. So in so many languages are spoken, whatever it may be, despite all these things, but India still remains one. That means unity, diversity. You know, we should give respect to all the faiths and religions. Okay. For suppose if you are a Hindu, give the respect to remaining religions. If you are Christian, if you are a Muslim, so we should give the respect to remaining religions. Okay. We should believe them. Next one, you know, we have so many religions. In 4 religions are originates in India. Okay, what are they? Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. 4 religions. How many religions are originates in India? 4 religions. What are they? Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism. See, so Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism. These 4 religions originates in India. Okay, you know Islamic religion and Christianity religion came from another countries to our country. Okay, that means another countries. Islamic and Christianity religions, both 2 religions are came from another countries. That 2 are not originate in our country. In India, 4 religions only originate. What are they? Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism. Okay, and Parsis follow the Zoroastrianism. That one also came from another country. But here 4 only. In our country 4 religions only. Okay. Here festivals of India. Now we will tell the festivals of India. What are the main festivals we are celebrated? Which is we are celebrated? See, first one is Diwali. I think most of the children would like Diwali because of our Diwali special day. All over the India, Hindus celebrated in such a great manner. Okay, so maximum on that day we celebrated with family members very joyously and happily. So maximum everyone knows the festival of Diwali. So what does mean Diwali? The row of lights. Okay, the row of lights is called Diwali. Okay, so all over the India maximum Hindus every year they celebrated Diwali. They are celebrating Diwali festival. And next one, Christmas. Okay, Christmas. All over the country, they are celebrating Jesus' birth anniversary on 25th December. Okay, so maximum every Christian all over the country, they are celebrating Christmas on 25th December. Next one, Eid ul Fitr. Eid ul Fitr. Okay, Eid ul Fitr. Do you know one of the main festival which is celebrated from the by the Islamic, that means Muslims. In this festival, in this the holy book of Muslims is Quran. Okay, the Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad in this month of Ramadan. So in this month of Ramadan, one of the major festival is Eid ul Fitr. Okay, the holy book. For Hindus we have the Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, like that. So for Christians is Bible. For Muslims, Quran. Okay, Quran is revealed to Prophet Muhammad in the month of, especially in the month of Ramadan. Okay. The next one is Guru Nanak Jayanti. Guru Nanak Jayanti. Okay, Guru Nanak Jayanti is festival which is celebrated by the 6th. Okay, here the birth anniversary of Gurus is known as Guru Purabs. Okay, every year they celebrated such a great manner. Okay, with great devotion. So is that Guru Nanak Jayanti, which is celebrated by the 6th. Okay, and Buddha Purnima. See, Buddha Purnima. Buddha Purnima means the birth anniversary of Lord Buddha, which is celebrated by the Buddha Purnima. Okay, so this one celebrated by the Buddhist. Okay, so Buddha Purnima. So next one also Mahavir Jayanti. Mahavir Jayanti. See, Mahavir Jayanti is celebrated by the Jains. Okay. See, here different kinds of festivals are there. First one Diwali, which is celebrated by the Hindus, and Christmas, which is celebrated by the Christians. Here Eid ul Fitr means which is celebrated by the Islamic, that means Muslims. Guru Nanak Jayanti 6 and Buddha Purnima Buddhists, and Mahavir Jayanti Jains. Okay, these are the different festivals which is celebrated all over the India. Here, so we know these festivals. Next one is Harvest Festival. Okay, you know harvest means, what does mean harvest? Harvest means, the process of period of gathering crops. When that reap what we sow, means every year we are celebrating the harvest festivals also. So harvest means the process of gathering crops. Okay, so here different kinds of harvest festivals also there, which is very different from one state to another state. In Kerala, harvest festival is Onam. Okay, What is the harvest festival in Kerala? Onam. In Kerala, every year they are celebrating Onam festival. Means on that special day, they are happily celebrating with all family members joyously, very happily they are celebrating Onam festival. This is their harvest festival of Karnataka, of Kerala. See, so Kerala. And coming to Tamil Nadu. Coming to Tamil Nadu. Pongal. Actually, Pongal means that is one of the food item which is cooked on a special day with the rice and milk, some ingredients. Okay, Pongal which is celebrated by the Tamil Nadu. And coming to AP, so AP, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, those are celebrating, including TS also, that means Telangana. So they are celebrating Sankranti. Okay? Okay? Sankranti is a festival and Pongal is festivals celebrated over a period of 4 days. We already know, yeah. We are celebrating the Bogi and the Sankranti, Makar Sankranti, Kaduma and Mukaduma. These 4 days we are celebrated with family members very joyfully. Am I right? So, in this Kerala, their harvest festival is Onam. In Tamil Nadu, Pongal. AP, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, like Sankranti. Then, you know, Assam, Bhogali Bihu. Bhogali Bihu celebrated in Assam. Okay? Bhogali Bihu is celebrated in Assam. Baisakhi, Punjab. Baisakhi in Punjab. See, Bhogal Bihu is celebrated in Assam. Baisakhi is celebrated every year in the Punjab. Okay? So here harvest festivals. So harvest festival means every year specific time. Every year means specific time. They are celebrating with family members. Most of the people they are celebrating with family members very joyfully. Harvest means the process of gathering crops. When you reap what you sow. Harvest means when you reap what you sow. Actually, okay. These are the harvest festivals. And we have national festivals also. Okay. What are the national festivals? Can you say anyone? What are the national festivals? We have three national festivals. What are they? First one is Republic Day. First one is Republic Day. When we celebrate Republic Day every year? 26 January. Okay. Second one is Independence Day. Okay. When we celebrate Independence Day? 15th August. Okay. We are celebrating Independence Day 15th August. And third one, Gandhi Jayanti. Who is your father of nation? Gandhi Jayanti. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Okay. The birth anniversary of Gandhi is celebrated as a Gandhi Jayanti every year 2nd October. Okay. These three are the national festivals which is celebrated by the all over India. Okay. Every year. So first one is Republic Day. From 26 on this January month 26 From the 1950 onwards, we are celebrating the Republic Day, which is our constitutions. Our constitution framed our Indian constitution. So that day represents our constitution. That day our India became democratic republic country. Okay, from 1950 onwards. And second one is Independence Day. Independence Day is remembering the brave people who won the freedom and they are sacrificing their lives to our nation. So we are remembering those brave people sacrifices on the special day. On the special day, flag hoisting ceremonies are there and many cultural programs also there. And especially the PM is Prime Minister of India. Speech at Red Fort. Everyone eager to see the Prime Minister's speech in Red Fort. Okay. Next one is who is the father of nation? Gandhi. So the birth anniversary of Gandhi is 2nd October. So that's why every year we are celebrating Gandhi Jayanti on 2nd October. Okay. These three are the national festivals of India. Okay. Now here we already discussed the different languages and different festivals and now different dressing style and food habits also. Here in our country, the northern people, means north side people, they are preferring wheat. That means they are making rotis, chapatis. Tamil Nadu, Kerala, our AP and West Bengal people only they are eating rice eaters. You know, these state peoples we call as rice eaters. Remaining states they are using instead of rice they are using wheat. In Rajasthan, bajra. Okay, bajra means that one kind of food pulse that you using for making rotis. Okay, so here and West Bengal. Oils also they are using different thing. Here we are using sunflower oil and groundnut oil, palm oil like that. You know, in Kerala they are using coconut oil to cook the food. West Bengal, the mustard oil. Okay, the mustard oil they are using instead of we are using palm oil, sunflower oil. Instead of that, they are using mustard oil. So here every state has a different food habits and different kinds of food items also. You know, Tamil Nadu is famous for idli, vada, dosa. Here West Bengal is famous for rasgulla. So in our country we can taste all the flavors. We can taste all flavors. You know, Tamil Nadu people like rasgulla as much as West Bengal people like vada, dosa, idli. Like so, we are using in the people. The country, in our country, so many different kinds of people. They are using different kinds. They have the different kinds of food habits. But remains we are united. So we should feel proud of this because of all foreign countries appreciate us, especially in this category. Because of India is example of the best example of unity, diversity. Okay, maybe most of the people. And dressing style also very different here. Another people like Jammu Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh people prefer woolen garments to protect themselves by the cold weather. You know, I already in the previous classes the physical features of India I taught to you mountains, Himalayas. Okay, fully covered with snow. That means cold weather. So they have to wear woolen garments only because of they have to protect themselves by the cold weather. But in Kerala, Tamil Nadu people do not wear woolen garments to protect themselves from the hot because of the two states have the warm weather. Means temperatures are very high. That region is some near to equator. So that's why those state people no need to use woolen garments. But and salwar kameez also popularly used by the people in our country. For boys, for gents, dhotis, lungi, so sherwanis, so different kinds of dresses. But whatever it is, food habits are different, dressing habits are different, languages are different, and festivals are different. So whatever it may be, we have so many different food habits and the languages, but remain we are but we all are still united. So we should feel proud of this. Okay. Today homework is write down the national festivals and hardest festivals and the different festivals of India also, and send to me through WhatsApp. Okay. Thank you.